Hey guys, my name is Michael Herzl and I am the CEO, co-founder, and the author of the Poppable book. And what I want to do today is just kind of introduce you to me and introduce you to the concept of the Poppable. The Poppable is really something that takes pretty much everything you know about the male-female relationship and kind of flips it on its head. We've been taught ever since we were young children that the male-female relationship is one way, and it really isn't. And it took me and our co-founder, our other co-founder, it took us a lot of time to figure that out. And when we finally did, we made a decision that we wanted to help men just like you not have to go through all of that pain. And so that's what this is all about, and that's why we're here. Now, the Poppable started really when I was a sophomore in college. I was going to Oral Roberts University, and I had played college football at another university my freshman year, and taken a year off to bulk up, and I was volunteering at a high school, helping some high school kids out on that football team. And I was talking to one of the coaches there about a girl that I liked, and he said, "You're being the baby bull." After I told him kind of what was going on, he said, "You're being the baby bull." And I said, "Like the baby bull? What's the baby bull?" And he proceeded to tell me the story of the Papa Bull and the baby bull, and it really changed my life. And I went home and I started thinking about it in the dorm room, and I started applying it in my life. I started applying it in other people's lives. And from that point on, I have built a philosophy around this story, around these concepts that are universally true, and helped thousands and thousands of men. Some guys that wanted to date multiple women, some guys that wanted to get married. Lots of different experiences and stories. But one thing that I know is that I've worked a lot in education throughout my life. And what we know in education is that when a parent is highly educated, or especially both parents are highly educated, their child is going to come into a pre-K or a kindergarten situation a lot more ready to go. And they're going to carry that higher level of education throughout their entire K through 12 experience all the way into college. Parents teach their kids how to be educated. And on the flip side, you're going to have parents that maybe aren't educated and they don't have those opportunities, and their kids are going to come into school with gaps in their knowledge, and they're going to be at a hindrance. And so, that's kind of seen as an important thing in education. And the same thing applies for education about how to interact with women, how to be confident in yourself as a man, what it means to be a man. And unfortunately, those are things that most parents are not passing on to their kids. And so, you could have gone to Brown, you could have gone to Harvard, Yale, any Ivy League school, and completely missed out on one of the most important educational experiences that's out there for you to have. And that is the educational experience of what women want, what they desire, who you are as a person, and how all of that fits in, right? Because you don't necessarily have to be somebody else for a woman to like you. And so throughout our lives, we're fed these things. If I don't have somebody to teach me how to interact with women, or how to even be a man, my default is going to be to learn through media, right? To learn through the things I see in Hollywood, to learn through the things I see on television. And those things, unfortunately, are completely wrong, and they give men the completely wrong advice when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex and also to being a man. A lot of men don't know how to be men. And that may seem controversial for me to say, but that is just the reality that we're living in. We live in a society that really, really tries to push men to not be men. And so this whole poppable philosophy and just method is aimed at giving you that education. It's aimed at giving you those tools that you need so that you can step out and use these universal principles to change not only your life, but the lives of people around you. When you get done with the poppable, you know, just the basic tenets of the poppable, really, because, you know, learning about the poppable is going to go on for the rest of your life, and we're going to be right there to help you. But when you just get the basic tenets down, you're going to change your life. And that's what we want. We don't want you to go through the pain and, you know, have the scarring in your life that we went through as we were younger. And you know, that can even go on throughout people's 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. A lot of people never even figure out how to be men and how to interact with the opposite sex and how to make it a useful experience where they can better their lives from it. So that's what we're all about. We want to help you. We're going to be here for you 100% all the way through, to give you guidance and to flip it all on its head. It's a new education for you. Everything is going to be new. But I guarantee you, by the end of the poppable, by the end of reading the book, by the end of watching these videos, you're going to have a new understanding that you're going to be able to take into your interactions with the opposite sex. You're going to be able to take it into your business place and become really successful with it. You're going to be able to take it into your relationships in other areas of your life with your family and things like that. And it's going to benefit you all around. It's going to change your life. So stay tuned. We're going to keep making these videos. We're going to keep pouring into your lives, because that's why we're doing it. We had so much pain in our lives early on. We saw these things happen, and then we found the answer and we said, why didn't we know this? Why didn't we know it all along? And so we're giving you that knowledge. We're giving you that knowledge so that you don't have to have that same experience.